Episode 2 of the Ultimate Self-Defense Championship is out. Seth wanted to quit.
At the end of a specific part.
We're gonna get into it. We're gonna fight. I want you to show me exactly when that moment was.
Okay.
Ramsey's knees were his thing.
Watching stuff back, I didn't get hit by any of them, thank goodness. But
Yes.
watching him knee people.
Did you see him knee me on the bus?
Yes.
My body
They had like a horror movie reaction. Where
like I'm in a shark's mouth.
like they look
like how your body moves when you're in a
What's
shark.
the word? Is it guttural?
Visceral. These punches that you get hit with here.
Happening, like looking and just you got.
So before I get punched, I was going like 25% with the
We were playing
punches.
around.
And I didn't realize that was just a ploy to get us sent to the butcher.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that we all instantly decided we're fighting these guys.
I was like, oh.
God.
After he beats me, did you hear what he said?
Huh.
And then again, and I got hit 3 times at that point.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
Those boys get into it.
They do.
They're like screaming.
Yeah.
Which we found in a video that's gonna come out on your channel soon, right? I found out that yelling and cussing at people
Oh, yeah.
actually makes you fight better. Your story of the melee is like the most is central to it because you took these big punches.
Yeah.
You know, out of every segment that we've seen so far, this is the only one I am not discussed. I am not
I
interviewed.
still haven't seen you. Where are you at?
So you see this feet up there?
Dang.
I'm where I'm supposed to be on a bus.
Is that Poop Man? I think you're probably the safest out of everybody.
No, yeah, he couldn't hit me.
Had we met them at this point? I
No.
don't think so.
No.
So I was so upset after this. And everybody else had a different experience. I'm so glad you're happy, Matt. Dude, that was like a good time. That was kind of fun. I'm like, am I just like the biggest weenie of all time?
They played the clip of that guy hitting Seth on the bus for all of us, and all of us were like, oh shit.
What is going to happen when I meet Icy Mike? Is it going to be like some big staring contest? We're just going to...
I don't understand the plot line that keeps coming up about
Of you and
me and Ramsey Dewey. Like, what is
you
the
guys have
problem?
beef. You guys didn't know?
I didn't know that.
You guys have beef, yeah.
Is it because I made a bunch of videos making fun of him?
I think that might have been it.
Oh.
He's literally just loud and talking all the time, which is a good thing.
It's a good thing. He could feel it. He was like,
He's like, oh, I'm talking smack.
explaining attributes about, people might not like. Typically, if somebody was like, yeah, we go like 70 to 80%, I'd be like, oh, you're lying?
We're fighting. 70% intensity is actually what I would instruct a full contact fighter to be throwing at during a full contact fight. 70 to 80%.
Yeah. Who's up first?
This is Jeff. We're gonna breeze through everyone that's not me and you.
Well, you can actually explain this pretty quick.
Yeah.
Does what he wants, double legs, finish.
Yeah.
Does what he wants, double legs, finish.
And then I bet if you even look, he has more room to move around, and this environment looks more like an environment that he would be comfortable in.
100%.
Watch Jeff with watch this. Boom! 2 double punch.
He did a good job of staying
Yeah.
away from him, though.
He didn't stack them up. You know,
Oh.
he's never had knife training. It doesn't take a lot to know that, hey,
Make sure knife no stab.
hold the hand that has
Yeah,
the knife.
yeah.
He lets go over here and then immediately like stab. Like he's in a dominant position, but the position doesn't matter much if you're not controlling the knife.
He's so into the sport.
All the reality-based self-defense guys be like, see, MMA fighter dies to knife. So do you.
Yeah.
And I can teach Jeff in an afternoon what he needs to know about this. You can't teach Krav Maga nerd all that wrestling in an afternoon. So this is you.
I'm not super nervous at this point. I'm definitely a little worried. Oof. The Uchimata.
That was a good throw. I think it's funny the amount of grappling that you did. Someone was commenting the other day about, strange the amount of grappling that was done, especially by strikers. Everybody becomes a grappler when they get scared.
Yeah. In my head right now, we just got off the bus. I had just gotten rocked, and I was like, this was the guy that rocked me the first time, and I knew it as soon as he put his hand on me right off the bat. This is the one that I wish I could get back.
Because you fell there.
Because I fell, and I was like, all right, well, let's just keep his leg.
Use your
Superior wrestling.
size and strength, really. This is the one that took it out of you, I think.
This one, I wanted to go pop and then duck under to the other guy.
Yeah,
and
you're turning into him.
The first 30 seconds of this, I'm very happy with. It's that they just keep coming after that. So then I put my emphasis on this guy, take his legs, toss him. Next guy, grab his leg, chuck, and then I fall down with him. I'm like, okay, that sucks, but I can get back up. So I scramble, I get the guy in between.
You keep your hips pointed down and you get up. Yep.
And at this point, I am the most tired
Yeah, that's where
I've ever probably been. And I'm just kind of like,
So when you're fighting multiple people, which I've done stuff like this a few times in policing, we're usually the multiple guys. You'll find is that when they tuck her out, it's a wall. It's they're like, and then nothing.
Yeah.
And you can clearly see your body just go like, there is nothing
Yeah, I
left.
try and throw an overhand and my arm's like,
There's nothing left. So right here,
no, not here.
this wasn't where you were checking out?
Nope, I checked out right here.
Oh.
That's where I was checked out. Okay, so knife one. I immediately get my hand on the knife, frame it out. This is actually really interesting. So I keep it framed out the whole time and he switches on me. Stabbing me with this one. And then from here, you can't see it, but I go like this and I lift his arm. And it's for a very brief moment.
Yeah, just for a second. But you knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so once we got distance, I was like, I'm going to put a heavy leg on him. I went for it and he landed kind of on his feet, but we were sprawled enough that he wasn't going to be able to stand up and hit me with a bat.
Yeah.
So once we're here, now the bat comes out and it ends up between my legs, and I was like fake fighting him with one hand
To
and
try
then
to go
I
sneak.
sneak my arm underneath to get this bat
Yeah,
right there.
it's yoink!
So now I have it, and I'm like, I'm gonna start hitting him in the head with the butt of the bat until he fights for that.
You got 5 and 1?
5 and 1, yeah.
It swung the headgear around backwards, so I can no
That's
longer
bad.
see
That sucks.
at all.
Yeah. I don't know if you felt this. I felt a little claustrophobic in the helmets.
I've spent a lot of time fighting in helmets.
Okay, I have not.
See, he tried to muscle him in Ramsey's base is just,
He's too strong.
yeah. His balance and his base are impeccable. Look, knees. Ramsey Dewey with the knees, man. This is a tough one.
Yeah, he's
This one-
deep.
yeah.
He's super deep in there.
Oh, golly. Yeah. So the gear makes getting chokes harder, but then once you got
have
him,
'em,
it makes
yeah.
getting out of them. Ramsey with the big brain.
Oh yeah, no. So Ramsey comes outside. Jeff was very inquisitive about
The knife
Jeff
one?
Chan.
Yeah.
Was very inquisitive about the knife one, and he was like, "So wait, what did you do for the knife? Like, how did you?" And he was like, "I just
gave him
I
my
just gave him my money." And Jeff was like, "Freeze! No, you didn't."
Yeah.
Jeff was hilarious about that.
That's where he's unbeatable. I
Yeah.
think Ramsey Dewey in a
think-
clinch.
What just happened there?
He threw
he
it.
just-
I think he threw it so he could fight him.
I thought Ramsey did like a magical,
Like a-
Kali.
Yeah.
Okay, this made me mad.
What made you mad?
If we're putting names in the ballot, I think I take it. Because there's so many events. So here's what made me mad. I'm like third to say something. I might have even been second to say something. Nobody else says themselves. Nobody else says themselves. How does that make me look?
I don't think it's unreasonable to go compete in something and say that you think you're
I
going to
think
win.
I'm gonna win. Yeah, right.
That's not unreasonable.
But-
Until Rokas highlighted this, I never thought about the impact that it might have that no one from the internet thought Rokas could win. Everyone on the internet voted him out.
Yeah.
And then he goes in here into the circle drill and rocks it.
Yeah.
You know, that's a pretty good story. Rokas went in here and just cleaned house.
Yeah, he did. I'm not gonna lie. It ticked me off a little bit. It made me a little mad when he came out and he was like, I got
6 out of 6, baby.
How did you get 6? How did you beat the double? I still don't remember.
Falling might actually helped him there.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, they gave it to him because
it's fair.
he
I
got
think
enough
it's-
space.
I think it's fair, yeah.
He was 10 feet away from them with one guy on the ground. Rokas marking out for himself in his interviews is like the funniest thing. Like, go back and watch the first episode when he's talking about his rear naked choke and he's like, this might work! Like,
Yeah.
him
Because he
marking-
wasn't actually talking to anybody. He wasn't actually talking to anybody. So there's
No one was in the room.
there's nobody else in the room.
Only Matt could.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a bunch of haters in the house. He goes 6 out of 6.
Half of us had already gone. And we're like,
Matt hasn't gone
and
yet.
that's the one who's about to go. He's like, hey, congratulations.
Matt did pretty good throughout all
Yeah.
this.
To say what the young people say, Matt's got that dog in him.
He does,
Yeah.
man. There's another challenge later where he kind of like unleashes.
Matt's scary.
Yeah. His inner
Ooh,
demons.
great knees by Matt too.
Yeah. Well, the bulk of his training background is,
This.
and I didn't know you could do that. I thought that they told us that we couldn't do that. I thought they said stay in here.
Ooh.
He could have killed him. He was actually pretty nice to him there with that knee. He also gave up the money. But watch this one. Look, perfect. Miss,
Yeah.
in, headbutt,
Yeah.
position, fighting the thing, headlock. He could have wrenched it out. It just slipped. I think if that was a real bat, he would have took it.
Yeah.
Missed again.
Bounces off the wall,
clinch,
hits back in.
Knees. He's literally perfect so far. So look, and he's based out. He's
Yeah.
totally like controlling this thing. He's mad about that.
So
I understand that frustration because he wasn't just winning that one.
Yeah.
He was dominating that one.
yeah, that was also his last one. So when I did the night video, they talk about helmet horror. The carbon dioxide that leaves your mouth and
Yeah.
then has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And then you breathe it back in.
Yeah.
So like, and then it's just carbon dioxide.
It's not real
comes back
air.
in.
And next up, it was Icy Mike's turn.
You're gonna do great, Mike. Stop being worried.
Am I supposed to be stressed? You're stressing me now.
Going last was tough.
I was messing with you.
I was fine up until you did that. This guy always got is that headlock, and
Yeah.
I should be able to come out of that headlock, but with the helmet, it's not happening.
hard with the helmet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna single him. That's me keeping my belly button pointed down so that I don't get turned. This is a long fight,
I'm telling you.
so I go to the nuts here, and then watch
I
this.
saw the headbutt too.
With it, yeah, and then he actually called it. Like the bad guy was like, "You got me." The
That
strike.
was a hard first one.
Yeah,
That
'cause
one
it took
was
so long.
You notice the people that did well throughout all 6 were people who got them
quick.
done quick.
So we just got into a box. I realized, oh, I know how to. Yeah, let's just box.
Yeah.
And then I
stuck
moved my
him there with
head.
a nice
yeah,
jab.
boom.
He was throwing too. Spinning back kick I did.
Did you see that one?
That was the time to do it too, because
Yeah.
he was really overextended
Yeah.
with his hands.
Oh, that was a good right, right hook. Yeah, if we turn it into a kickboxing match, we all know how to do that.
Yeah, right.
Boy, I got a black belt in this stuff, man.
Yeah. I didn't realize until later how nice the puncher was being.
Yeah.
He was being
Oh, when you're in
really
there, you
nice.
feel like you're getting destroyed.
Yeah, I thought I was getting messed up.
So here, this is what I was talking about with Jeff. Like
You
I'm
got a
trying
circle.
to
Yeah.
stack them up.
But you got stacked into a corner. Oh,
And
that's
I-
a good takedown though.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
he
I got
a
rolled.
hold of you.
Yeah, so it was a good sweep, but he held on to me.
Oh,
Those hurt.
yeah.
So he actually, what Jeff is doing, this is actually interesting. When I grabbed his nuts, Jeff said, okay, let him
was
go
like, let him
and then
go.
get back in.
Yeah.
And when I clocked him with that axe kick to the head while we were grounded, he's like, roll away, then roll back.
He was kind of like being like the dungeon master.
He definitely was.
So at this point, somebody had come up to me and been like, how far can Mike go? I was like, what do you...
Oh, like someone from Western Combatives?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's fine. And they were like, he seems pretty tired.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, he'll be all right. and they're like, so I think that's when they were getting you,
Water,
somebody
yeah.
went to come get you a water.
It was possibly like he shouldn't do anymore.
Right. I was like, he would be more upset if you stopped
Yeah,
it.
yeah. If you said, hey, you're too old and weak to continue.
Yeah, he can do one more round.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
I might not do it well. I just take my ass whooping. I
Yeah.
know how to do that.
You also get very quiet when you're tired, which
Yeah.
is very abnormal.
Yeah, Mike's not talking.
Yeah, Mike's not talking. Everybody's like, oh no, what just happened?
That's the importance of having consistent characterization is that people will know.
We'll know when something's wrong.
Yeah.
Doof.
Behind the scenes, Seth and I cannot help but compete.
Yeah.
I didn't particularly want to throw head kicks, but I knew Seth did.
Yeah.
So I was like,
At that point, I think I'd said I landed
you.
2 on
Yeah.
the same guy.
Yeah, he's like, he landed a head kick on the bus. And so I walked back in and I was like, I landed a head kick and kicked a knife out of someone's head.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Yeah. I think kicks are the move for knives.
we should do a video on that.
I think I have.
Let's link it up there.
Yeah.
Last one.
Yeah.
Now this what sucks, because watch your boy wrestle. Watch
Oh,
this.
he's a little tall.
No, watch me. I'm talking about my wrestling.
No, I know.
Look at this.
Well, you had the takedown. He just got over
and then
top
look,
of your arm.
But then look, woo! Look at this wrestling. Look what's going on. And then what?
Yeah, big strong rugby boy headlock throws.
It's like the dummy sweep in
Yeah.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's like
Yeah.
if you got hit, you're not supposed to get hit with that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, everyone's uncomfortable.
You see it now? Everybody's
Now,
like,
Kristen cried.
yeah.
Kristen cried during this part. So, final thoughts from episode 2.
Overwhelmingly useful is figuring out how to get past a crappy guard and into side control. Because
Yeah.
everybody did that at least twice. I had to go past legs and into side control.
I think my main takeaway is that you have to be, you have to have dialed in how much throttle you're going to use. Because there were times where I was a little more methodical. Like that first fight with that big guy, I was very like, no risks.
Yeah. You were
Safe,
definitely
clinching,
taking-
picking my spots, picking my time. I just wish I'd been a little more aggressive.
Yeah.
And then the end, I was wrestling Adrian pretty good, and then was too I go to this step, then this step,
You were like,
then
this is
step,
good
this step.
jujitsu. This is good jujitsu.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
I should have been swiveling around and like dropping bows and hammer fists like in the
Yeah.
transitions.
Yeah.
I wasn't hitting during the transitions.
Yeah.
And I think that was my main takeaway is I need to be more wide open when the time was right.
I don't know. I think a big takeaway is everything gets a lot sloppier as you get tired, which everybody knows, right?
No, a lot of people don't. You'll see them in the comments.
Being
They'll be like, man,
wow,
you guys are sloppy.
Looks ugly. as
Put
you
me
get."
in there. I'd definitely be in there.
Yeah, right. Like even, I think my biggest takeaway from this whole thing has been like figure out how to be big and strong,
Yeah.
because that's
It worked out pretty good for you.
yeah. So far so good.
So far, so good.
So far so good, right?
But if you're enjoying the Ultimate Self-Defense Championship, make sure you go share it in all the
I was
forums.
gonna say
and
the best thing you guys can do is comment on the videos and share them.
share them on Reddit and Facebook and all the
I
groups.
got banned from Reddit
You got banned from.
posting my own stuff on Reddit. Yeah, they got me.
I got banned.
I'm banned from martial arts Reddit.
Are you really?
Yeah. Yeah, I've done it so many times. I just take my own link and I put it on Reddit. I'm like, you guys would like this.
Oh.